it's Cricket from the Coat Hangers, and you're listening to Drop the Mic.
David, Gary, did you know I grew up in a lot of different places? No, actually, Nicole told me that you... Oh, yeah. Bridgewater, Spofford, Rikers, you name it. You know what they all have in common, Gary? No, weak walls. Actually, that's why they won't be around so much. I pound on the wall, it'd break, then move me to the next one. And the next one, till finally got sick of building walls and just showed me the door. Things will upbringing you turned out, though, Gary. I mean, there's always walls. Usually moist, fleshy kind. Try to get in the way of me and it. Whatever it may be. Silly people. They're only knocked down. Gary!
Hello all, we are your host Wesley the Swan Swanson, as well as James J-Dub Warning.
Hey, what's up guys?
Welcome back. You are now listening to Drop the Mic, a San Diego podcast. This is our 70th episode.
It's crazy.
Entitled Nicole Forever.
Yes.
Right off the bat, I wanted to dedicate this episode to the Pollock family, who are going through a rough time right now. I don't want to get into any details, but this is for you, Chris.
Yeah.
And we hope you're doing all right. Moving on, we're going to be breaking down the James Foley film from 1996 called Fear.
Oh, yeah.
Starring Mark Wahlberg, Reese Witherspoon, Alyssa Milano, and William Petersen of CSI.
Yes.
Correct? This is your first time watching the film.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So before we get into what you thought and kind of discussing the film further, let's get into our news, which I think we have some fire news this week, because this is our post Comic-Con episode.
Crazy stuff.
So get ready, guys.
And now for a special news report. Brought to you by Drop the Mic.
All right, James, what do you got for us?
So, any of you who weren't paying attention to YouTube or social media or anything like that, Shazam got its trailer, which I was super excited for, and it looks really fun. It looks very different from this DC universe that we're used to. A big shift in tones, I think. Like this one's they've been saying this is more of a family film. Kind of a more lighthearted, but
would you say it's kind of in the vein of like Ant-Man? Maybe like DC's Ant-Man or something?
Probably something to that, how it's more comical, but still very much connected to that universe of Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, and so I'm pretty excited for that. Did you see it?
I haven't seen that trailer yet.
That one looks pretty funny. It's Zachary Levi, the actor I think who's playing Shazam. He fits this guy, this superhero, like perfectly. He plays. He's good at playing like a big dumb guy who's kind of like a 14-year-old kid. Yeah. So the movie it just looks really funny, and I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a nice, like I said, shift in tone. Okay. But still very connected. But yeah. Also, Aquaman trailer came out. Did you see that one?
Yes.
That one looks like it's going to be pretty epic.
I hope so.
Yeah, and
he was there Sunday. Did you check him out at all?
No, I didn't get to see him.
Probably in line when he went because I know he was at the. It looked like that center of the con, pretty much, where they had
like the Aquaman stuff.
Yeah.
No, I didn't see him. I wish I would have seen him. That would have been cool. But
I think that's why there are so many people there Sunday, because that was Jason Momoa showed up, and of course Supernatural.
Oh yeah,
that's always their day.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean the Aquaman, from what you can see in the trailer, looks really looks like it's gonna be crazy. Like I think we said before, from reports of early screenings, that it's kind of like Star Wars underwater, and that's what it looks like pretty much. Very CGI heavy, of course, but looks natural. And I know a lot of the closer up stuff. James Wan really wanted to use actual, like, what's it called? Like real.
Like a real scenery?
Yeah, and stuff like that, yeah. But yeah.
And stages and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, so that looks pretty awesome too. And we had the Godzilla King of the Monsters trailer, which looks crazy because you get to see kind of all of the Godzilla monsters. I think it's going to be in that. All of the monsters are going to be pretty much in that movie. Like Mothra, and I can't think of everyone's name right now. But the three-headed dragon.
Mothra is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
That's cool that they're kind of going old school.
Yeah. And then the next one after that's going to be King Kong. Or King Kong versus Godzilla.
Yeah, slated next year.
Yeah, 2020 or 2019. But I'm pretty sure we'll get like a Kong teaser or something. Like towards the end of that movie, maybe we'll see something of him like full grown. That'd be awesome. What else? James Gunn was fired from Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Pretty much anything. He's
booted from Disney,
pretty much
right?
booted from anything that's Disney related because of some 2010 tweets that were pretty
homophobic
and vulgar, to say the least. Do you think he's pretty much blacklisted now?
That's hard to say. It's
too early.
It's weird for me because Disney knew about these when they hired him.
Yeah.
So it's now, and he publicly already apologized for it and said he had grown up since then, and he's found like a better, I guess, brand of humor, which is obvious because of Guardians.
Yeah.
And plus, he had done vulgar, like he's kind of like a guy who's immersed in the horror community, so he kind of came from gritty, roots or whatever.
Exactly.
So it's kind of, obviously I'm not for the homophobia because that's not cool. Yeah. But if they had already known about it, why
make a big deal and fire him?
It's like now. Just because they're resurfaced by somebody, it feels like they're just trying to protect themselves.
Yeah, they don't want to seem like they're okay with
they're like
supporting someone who's like that.
Like, you're done, dude.
Yeah.
And it just sucks for him because I feel like that was something big that he had.
Yeah,
and to be fired like midway through Guardians, and he had just been posting about how excited he was about it.
Yeah, he was already doing like drafts like of the Volume 3. Which sucks because now they're gonna. I don't know if that's gonna change the entire way everything looks, or
I just people need to be careful about. Public figures can't be so careless, because things. Look at Roseanne. Roseanne killed. She killed her new career.
Yeah.
And everybody else is shot at that show again. Not everybody's doing something. That was a check for them.
Yeah.
And because she decided to say some bigotry and shit. You just gotta be careful. You just gotta be
for everybody. Yeah, stuff on social media doesn't really go away.
We're in the era of being politically correct. So
especially when there's always people looking for you to mess up,
step out of line, and it definitely seems like people were gunning for James Gunn.
Yeah, and apparently there's this huge there's a petition out right now. Over, I don't remember how many people have signed it already, but a huge amount of fans have already signed the petition to try to get him rehired by Disney. And I don't really understand how petitions work. I mean, I don't know if Disney's like,
if they'll take that into effect.
Yeah, but it's like, there was this huge uproar, I guess, with people saying like, James Gunn is like, he's this horrible person, and then a week later they're like, we forgive him, let's give him his job back. But I know that's kind of crazy. It's people freak out and then they get over it. But yeah, that was pretty crazy. Along with some of that Twitter stuff. Last Jedi director Rian Johnson, he deleted over 20,000 tweets in the last week after this whole James Gunn thing happened.
Wow.
So I don't know what he had, but
protecting himself.
Yeah, and also the director of Rick and Morty, or the creator of Rick and Morty, deleted his Twitter entirely. And I guess everyone's trying. They're like, oh fuck, just delete everything. No social media accounts anymore. But I guess that's just people, being worried about something they might have said that might have upset someone,
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's a normal thing. Like, did I step out? Even if they hadn't, did I say something that could be construed in some other way?
Yeah. So that's
just be careful, people.
Yeah. So that happened too. I thought that was pretty interesting. Some Batman related news. Matt Reeves earlier a few months ago, he had said that they were looking for someone in their mid-30s to play a new Bruce Wayne or Batman, because I guess that's the way they're going. Is someone? It's kind of like a prequel, I guess.
Okay.
And they've scrapped that idea, and now they're going from 25 to 30. So they want someone really young.
Okay.
And I guess the new script is basically they're in search for someone in their mid-20s an actor to play Batman in the first years of him being the Caped Crusader.
Wow.
So I think that would mean also recasting a lot of people, because you're going to see a whole new different Alfred, a different...
I think that's funny, because isn't that what Batman Begins did already?
Yeah, that's... I think that's kind of like you're just redoing a movie over again.
Because that literally shows you why, like, his fear.
Yeah.
Like, how he got his, his style of fighting.
Yeah.
And they go through all the play,
It's, I don't know, unless this whole thing is just kind of...
And that movie didn't even do well. No,
exactly.
People didn't like it.
I know nobody really knew what it was, really. But, and like I was saying, unless this is kind of all just fake news that they're releasing... And and I kind of hope that Ben Affleck is still attached to it, because I really like his portrayal of Bruce Wayne and Batman. I think he did a good job in
seasoned Batman.
Yeah, he plays a good seasoned Batman. So I hope that doesn't change. But so that's Batman news. Henry Cavill he said that he is interested in playing the new Bond. Mm-hmm. So he said he kind of got into that in that one movie he did, The Man from U.N.C.L.E. Kind of played a spy. Mm-hmm. And also in the new Mission Impossible movie that's coming out this week.
Oh, that's right.
And he kind of said that this Mission Impossible movie is almost like training for him to become the next James Bond. And he said he's really interested. He doesn't get to play a British person, and he is from England. And he would like to kind of just, I guess, play someone who's like himself. And he said all he's waiting is for them to contact him. He said he's interested. If they asked him, he would definitely say yes.
I could see that, like a young Pierce Brosnan. Mm-hmm. He's definitely got that look for 007.
Oh yeah, yeah. Hey, he's 35 right now, and I think Daniel Craig has the last movie that he's going to do for James Bond. And so he would probably be in his late 30s by the time he gets on that role. But I mean, he's in great shape, and he looks like how you said, someone who would be James Bond. Mm-hmm. But that's cool. What else do I have? Oh, Home Alone is getting a reboot.
Really?
Yeah. And it's more of a reimagining. It's going to be an R-rated stoner comedy. At least that's what they're saying.
The first one already is.
Yeah. What else? Oh, and Ryan Reynolds is he's behind the whole thing.
Really?
He's producing it and everything. Yeah. So look forward to.
Is it so? It'll be R-rated.
R-rated, yeah.
Still a kid, obviously.
I don't know if it's going to be a kid or not, or maybe like a teen. I guess that would make more sense if he was in high school smoking weed. Not
Yeah.
like a 10-year-old.